Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm CTigirsGaming, and this video will be going through the Vanguard Season 3 Reloaded patch notes, including the May 27th update as well. And if I say so myself, there's actually quite a lot of things that were changed. At any time, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to see for the like button. For everything Call of Duty, make sure to subscribe, turn on notification bell, and join notification squad. Without further ado, let's get around to it. Let's begin with the Season 3 Reloaded patch notes. First of all, we have maps. For the Berlin map, addressed an exploit that allowed players to reach unintended locations near the office. For Castle, care packages will no longer fall through the stairs near the palace outer walls. And finally, for the maps, we have subpens, addressed exploits that allowed players to reach unintended locations near the dry docks and the loading docks area. Now, if I say so myself, these are definitely some good changes, because of course these are unintended areas. You're not supposed to go there, and if you can go there, then that's of course exploring the game. And I know that this is the game's fault and not the player's fault, but still, this is definitely a good change in my opinion. We move on to the mods, and we have only one change for the arms race mode. Riding a motorcycle as it explodes will no longer cause the player's view to rotate. We move on to the weapons, and of course with Season 3 Reloaded we got the H4 Blixen SMG, and you can unlock the new SMG by getting 3 slide kills in a single match 15 different times, which shouldn't be too hard with the new maps Fear, Mayhem, Shipment and Douse House. It shouldn't be too difficult to unlock. For the STG-44 assault rifle, challenges for the Deadeye Camo category are now properly tracking. Now I don't know what the problem is with the STG-44 in this game. Ever since the game launched until now, this weapon seems to be broken, but let's hope with this update it actually fixes it for good. We move on to the Nikita AVT assault rifle. We have the ZAC MS stock attachment will no longer obstruct the view of certain optics. Now of course this is a game breaking glitch. If you're using the ZAC MS stock attachment and you cannot actually see in front of you if you're using certain optics, that's going to be absolutely terrible. So that's another great change. We move on to the Copper Carbine assault rifle. Addressed an issue that prevented the M1941 hand stop underbarrel, 14-inch Gracie rapid barrel and recoil booster muzzle attachment from unlocking at their designated weapon levels. And finally, for the weapons, the M1 Grand Marksman rifle, Mind Game Camo category now reference the correct magazine attachment requirement, which is another good change. We move on to the equipment, and we've seen some nerfs to the number 69 stun grenade and the S-Mine 44. For the 69 stun grenade, decreased explosive damage from 25 to 5. Wow, that's a massive decrease if I say so myself. And for the S-Mine 44, decreased explosive damage in hardcore game modes from 50 to 10. And they say this change was made to prevent lethality towards uninjured players. Explosive damage in core game modes remains unchanged. Next up, we have some changes to the perks, and if I say so myself, there are some big changes here. First of all, we have Overkill moved from supply to tactics, aka moved from slot 3 to slot number 1, or perk number 3 to perk number 1. For the piercing vision, increased amount of suppression required to highlight targets, decreased visibility of highlighted targets. For the survival training, moved from tactics to supply, aka moved from perk 1 to perk 3. And here's the big one, Ninja. It got moved from tactics to supply, aka moved from perk 1 to perk 3. What? Now what does that mean, and why is it important? Well, as you guys know, before the update, Ghost and Ninja were both in perk 1. You couldn't use them both, it was either Ninja or Ghost. However, now with Ninja being moved to perk 3, now you can use perk 1 Ghost and perk 3 Ninja, and you can actually use them both at the same time. And definitely this is going to be a game changing change, because like I said, now you can use Ninja and Ghost together, and it is absolutely ridiculous. We move on to the field upgrades. We have the newly added trophy system. Melee attacks will now properly deal damage to a trophy system. Ammo box field upgrade can now be destroyed by a trophy system, and trophy systems will no longer remain active when thrown out of bounds. For the kill streaks, we have the counter spy plane. Announcers will now play the correct voice line when an enemy counter spy plane is activated. And for all the Vanguard ranked players, there is new restrictions. For the primary weapons, we have the MP40 with the F8 stabilizer muzzle and the VDD 189mm short barrel. Then we move on to the unrestricted sniper rifles, the Type 99 3-line rifle and the Car 98K. We have the factory iron sights optic with the leather grip and the fabric grip rear grips, and the Sakura CVR custom and the removed stock for the stocks. For the secondary weapons, we have the top break with the Wilkie W-7 barrel. And when it comes to the challenges, the seasonal challenges, progression towards the Season 2 Mastery Challenge is now properly tracked. Next up, we have the user interface and experience. Players who have reached Prestige 5 or higher will now see the correct Prestige emblem displayed throughout the menus, and addressed an issue that forced the player back to the multiplayer menu when using contextual or right-click menus on PC. Now we move on to the latest update, the May 27th update, and let me tell you, this one comes with a very big change regarding all weapons, which is going to be a very welcome change. We've been asking for it for quite some time. But before that, we have a change for the operator, mainly Anna from the Yeti division. Corrected the date of of birth in operator bio, added the ability to inspect equipped assault rifles and pistols, and they further expand on this to say look for this feature to be expanded to all weapons in the coming weeks. Yes, that's right, finally Weapon Inspect is here. At this exact moment it is only for assault rifles and pistols, but like they said, look for it to be expanded to all weapons in the upcoming weeks. I would say before season 4 launches we should have Weapon Inspects for all weapons, and to be honest with you guys, this was a feature that every Call of Duty player was asking for. I never understood why they never put it from the game's launch. I mean, we had it in Modern Warfare 2019 at launch, we had it in Black Ops Cold War at launch, why couldn't Vanguard have it at launch? Now we are at the end of season 3, almost season 4, there are rumors that we might not even see season 6, so we only have about 2 seasons left, season 4 and season 5. Unfortunately it did come very late to Vanguard, but as I always say, better late than never, and finally we'll be getting the inspect ability on all weapons in the coming weeks. Next up we have a small buff to the Volkstugmer assault rifle. I know I completely butchered that name, we're just gonna call it the Volk from now on. That was absolutely terrible, I do apologize for that. But they've increased the vital damage, and they say we expect to significantly decrease vital damage in an upcoming update. So why on earth did you increase vital damage only for it to be decreased again the next update? What? Doesn't even make sense, but whatever. Increased aim down sight time from 190 ms to 200 ms, which is plus 5%. However, they did decrease the sprint to fire time. And for the KG M40 assault rifle, survivalist camo category now references the correct magazine attachment requirement. We move on to the user interface and experience. Added death stat column to the after action report scoreboard for all game modes. What on earth, man? This is something that we always had at launch with Call of Duty. The death stat column should be in all Call of Duty at launch with no question, no nothing about it. All scoreboards in every Call of Duty games should have your eliminations and death stat there. There is no reason for it to not be added from launch and only added at the end of season 3 with season 4 almost out. To be honest with you guys, the fact that they've added this to the new patch notes in the latest update is quite sad and just shows how far Call of Duty has gone down. It is really sad, and it wasn't even that far. I still remember Modern Warfare 2019, 2 years ago, where they actually not only removed the death stat column from the scoreboard, but they made you buy a bundle with the watch that tracked your elims and death. And to be honest with you guys, that is really sad and just absolutely ridiculous. And finally, for Vanguard multiplayer, we have the Battle Pass, granting the Imperatrix operator skin for Polina to all season 3 Battle Pass owners. But with all that being said, this would do it, and I do apologize for not uploading this video earlier, but as you guys know, we got busy with everything Modern Warfare 2 with their artwork reveal and the release date and all that good stuff, so I do apologize for that, but here it is now. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to see for the like button. For everything Call of Duty, make sure to subscribe, turn on notification bell and join notification squad, and I'll catch you guys later.